Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now this is going to be a very exciting series for me. I don't even know what the fuck we're going to call this. We'll probably call it Behind the Mic, we'll call it Off Air, because pretty much those are the conversations that we're going to have. Conversations that we'll never get on the radio. And, you know, this is going to be where I'm going to be hanging out with DJs that I've always looked up to, especially on radio. They're also going to be rocking the clubs. These are dudes I listen to. I'm like, damn, bro, when am I ever going to do it the way they do it? So to literally sit down with them, for me, is like something I've been willing to do for the longest of time. And to kick it off is a brother would wake up on a freaking Tuesday and he would be talking about how Zambezi was on fire, and he would be promoting music and hanging out to the hottest girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the young Howard Stern, the one and only MacGyver, Ilamulanje.
What's happening, brother? What's happening? I don't even think your subscribers know who Howard Stern is, right?
Yo, man, you gotta look up Howard Stern. If you don't know who Howard Stern is,
Legend.
I don't know why you even doing this radio thing, bro.
Yeah.
Highest paid.
And I knew Howard Stern from one of the Y academies I attended.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I remember Stefan introduced me to Howard Stern. He was the one of the Y Academy facilitators.
Yeah.
He played that movie, Private Parts.
Yeah.
Bro, that thing changed my perspective of this whole thing that we do now.
Yeah.
So, man, welcome. Thank you very much for honoring the invite. More than anything else,
by the way, fucking hell, this is like a huge production. You make my channel put it to shame, dog.
Yo, man, when you're the best thing ever, it has to look.
Someone got lights, it's got 2 cameras. Is this how it's done, Chief?
Take it to the top or don't do it at all.
Yo.
Bro, I've always wanted to know about your journey, you know, because when I've always heard you on the radio, number one, you've always sounded excited. Number two, you just always sounded like you knew what you're doing. From the top 40, there were girls that we'll be macking on in Brahm when it was 3 p.m. for the Urban Top 40, they would leave.
You kidding?
I swear, bro. KSI, Liberty in Brahm. Wow. There were girls would mac like, yo, it's 3, chum. We have to go.
No
top 40 with Mac G.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about the journey. Like, how did this thing start for you?
Fuck, man, my journey is long, bro. Where do I begin? So I'll start in school.
Yeah.
So I went to Hyde Park. I wanted to be a CA.
Okay. Damn.
So my mom, I think she could tell that this nigga is fucking around. You know, no way he's gonna be a CA.
Yeah.
So she took me at an actual CA and he broke it down for me. He's like, all right, cool, you gotta do 3 years degree and then do this and whatever, honors, whatever. But in a nutshell, it was like 7 years.
Jeez.
I was like, there's no ways I'm gonna study for 7 years.
Yeah.
I hate studying, I hate reading. So I just took the plunge. I was like, you know what? My passion is radio. That's what I want to do. But I was afraid to do it because all my friends were like wanting to be accountants, doctors, and whatever. And you know, back then being on radio wasn't as luxurious or like as cool, you know. So after I matriculated, took a gap year, and in that gap year I found a community station. It's called JBCCR.
Okay.
In Gandhi Square.
In Gandhi Square, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So it was literally like, you know where the ticket sales things are? Yeah, so they just put speakers up there and I'd record and do a show once a week on a Saturday. But during that I was trying to get into YFM, you know? And then luckily enough, because my mom had a Maxi taxi business at the time, before Uber. So I was driving, so I drive like celebs around, you know?
That's so dope.
I drive like Lorna, Kanyamba before she met Mandla.
Before the light skin.
Yeah. What other celebs? Like Shwashwi, the original Shwashwi.
So you know the original?
Yeah.
Who's that?
So then I ended up happening to drive Dineo Ranaka. She was staying in the same flat where my mom stays.
Yeah.
So I meet Dineo while I'm driving. I'm like, hey, listen, dude, I want to get into radio. I'm like, this is what I want to do. She's like, all right, cool. The new fiscal was starting. The new lineup was starting. So she was going to do drive time with CDM.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, cool. And unfortunately, like with my show, it's already packaged. Everything is, you know, there's nothing I can do for you. But I know a guy called Mo Flavor. He's about to do 69. I'll introduce you to. So I went to Rosebank, met Mo Flavor. I'm like, yo, dude, I want to do this radio thing. It's like, all right, cool. Come up with an idea that you can do on my show. And then I came up with doing music news. So it's like, all right, cool. And then we vibed. So for like 3 months, I was doing music news every day at YFM, would drive there, not getting paid, didn't even care.
Oh, that was so cool. I'm just thinking about it. So from Dinero, and you know he's saying these names casually. So Dinero, then it's more flavor. Was this at 69 Urban Express?
Urban Express. Yeah. So I do. So I'm there every day from like 12. And by the way, like I was only doing the segment was like 3 minutes, but I was there from 12. You know.
Yeah.
Just absorbing this and like enjoying it, like you know. And then Trevor Noah was doing midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Noah's Ark, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Noah's Ark from 12 until 3. So after 3 months, he decided, fuck this radio shit. I'm going to focus on comedy. I actually remember I met him in the parking lot as I was going to do the show after him. He's like, yeah, that was my last show. So like, I'm young, dude. I'm 18. I'm like, YFM growing up was like the place to be. I'm like, this fucking guy, he's leaving.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
At that time, every person who is anyone is at Y.
Is at Y, you know what I mean? I'm like, this guy, is he fucking insane?
Yeah.
Little did I know, I should have probably left with him that day. I'm like, yeah, you're right, dog. Let's go, man. Let's go, you know? So Trevor Noah left. They took Tolly B, was on the weekends doing, what's it called?
Was he doing 9 to 12?
Graveyard.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
He was doing 3 to 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So like it was a Friday, Saturday morning. So they took him to replace
Trevor
Noah. And then I just happened to be there because I was like there every day. Like, all right, cool. There's a slot open. Do you want to do it? I'm like, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And then that's when I started at Y.
And you joined this massive youth platform that is YFM at a time where from the outside it seemed like just getting a gig at Y was so hard, but I guess hearing your story right now, sometimes just being available and presenting yourself, you know, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
What was the first thing? Here's these 3 hours, they're yours. What did you name it?
It was called the After Party.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like, you know, when people are drunk driving home.
Yeah.
But I never actually like planned my shows because what I used to do is I bought a computer mic from Incredible Connection, one of those cheap ones, like 80 Rand. So at home, while I'm chilling, I'd just record myself. And like I'd interview my grandmother or my cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd just literally do a show at home by myself. So when the opportunity came, it was like I've been doing this for a while.
For a minute,
you know. Obviously the buttons were a bit intimidating and I fucked it up a couple of times.
Like all of us. It has to happen. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like it was like, okay, cool, mic on, boom. Let's go. Yeah.
Do you remember the first link?
Yeah, first link was horrible, bro.
I remember, like my first links have always been terrible. I'll tell you my story, right, before Maggie tells you a story. So doing links on the urban top 40 stations is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember 945, I just knew Nyaka 4.5, rock. The white person was happy. Shout out to Ian Brennan Cup. Then I got to Y. I do this thing to him and I was like, nigga. What is this? This is YFM, man. You know what I mean? And that really kills me, but at the same time, like he's right, bro. Like this monster of Y has never created people that do things straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't be basic and work at
You
Y.
can't.
You
can't
will sink.
Yeah.
You will sink.
How was yours?
Mine was, it was horrible, dude, because I had my mics. I mean, the mic was on and then my headphones were too close to the mic. So I had feedback. So I'm trying to link and I'm hearing this feedback. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm alone in the studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
and that is just annoying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like in and out, you know? But by the third hour, I was more comfortable, more used to it, you know? But yeah, that was my first link.
And
I was just excited to play the liners.
Yeah.
Like, look at me, bro. 95 minutes, bro.
You don't even understand that. when I heard my first name on Akeen's, there's something about Akeen's voice. If you never have a liner from Akeen, you've literally missed out an era in your life. Being a YFM DJ is like being a YoTV presenter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only a few get to do it. And then the first year experience for you, how was that? Now you're rocking, everyone at Y knows who you are.
It wasn't, I wouldn't say everybody knew who I was, but like my whole experience, I can't even say the first year was like this, but my whole experience at Y was like, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
No one ever prepared me for it. You know, there weren't platforms like this where you can listen to Bad Boy T or Rude Boy Paul talk about their journey, so you know what you're getting yourself into. I just literally went from high school to drinking with Mosquito and Fresh, you know what I mean?
That is huge.
You know what I mean?
I think you lived the prime moment of being a white DJ, and I say this because you came from the TV presenting side. You were doing Crazy.
Yeah, I did Crazy, yeah.
And already that gave your face some sort of, it was familiar. We knew what time it is.
Yeah.
And then you get on Y, bro, and then you're rocking.
Yeah. Like my whole experience at Y, I never knew how big it was, how much of an impact I had. You know, like you're saying, those girls that were listening to I never knew that because literally it's just you on the mic and you don't know who's listening and what impact you have on them.
Yeah.
It's only when I left and I'd meet people and be like, yo, dude, I used to wake up at 3 a.m. and you do this, or remember when you did this, or you changed my life by doing this. And then that's when only then I only realized wow. It was such a big platform, but while I was there, it was always about the next thing. Alright, cool, next show. Okay, I'm gonna kill this show. You know? So I never got time to really sit down and gather everything. And like I said, there was no mentor. The only mentor I had was but on the DJing side, which was the late and great DJ Monday. But radio-wise, I never had someone to sit me down to say, okay, expect this, expect that, blah blah blah. So it was literally as I took it every day at a time.
But people that used to offer you guidance at Y, because you were the youngest, you were like the rock star at Y, especially for us as youngins coming into the city, because you lived in a crazy life.
It's the first time everyone's done an interview about me, bro.
For real?
It feels weird.
You've never spoken about your life?
Dude, get out of here. Kid you not. I did an interview with Moja Love a month ago, but they don't know who the fuck I am.
For real? Bro, and I'm telling you,
they're asking me something how are the condoms? I'm like, yo, you do know that.
That was 10 years ago. and we'll talk about that because at some point you and Mo had the coolest brotherhood synergy. You had Mosquito's younger brother also in the mix of things. Bobster. Yeah. And that was from the outside listening. It was like, damn, bro, they rocking girls, they rocking them with their own condoms. That is freaking amazing. Yeah. From the outside. Yeah. But why now you're away from DJ, you're rocking, you got your own thing. The OGs that used to give you advice. Yeah. You know what I mean? Which people can you remember?
None actually. So what ended up happening is I used to I was very curious. So I used to ask all the DJs. I'd ask Amon, so you do your show, how do you do it? Whatever. And then I'd ask Adele or whoever was there. Okay, Rude Boy, when you do your show, Bobby, what's going on? And then I realized that actually the best thing I can do is just be myself. Be myself. Yeah. Because if I ask you, Sabby, how you do your radio show, then I'm just going to become another Sabby. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So I stopped asking advice in terms of radio per se, in terms of how do you do a link, how do you do whatever. I'd learn and I'd listen and I'd take something out of it, but I stopped being so inquisitive on why they do what they do and just did my own thing, because I realized there can only be one me, so let me just be myself.
That is so true. I remember when I asked Mo, I was like, Mo, same thing you're saying. Mo was like, bro, this is why no one can tell you how to do this thing here. This is that one platform that you will figure out what will possibly make you a legend, what will make you an OG. And when you look at your defining moments, you know what I mean, at Y, because people still make reference to you. There's certain things that you did for the kids of that era.
Yeah, that era.
Still talk about you now. What would you say was that thing about Mac G? Because to this day, when we hear Teddy Douglas, that is your joint. I don't know if you used to drag that or that was already on your playlist, but that's you.
Yeah. Nah, that was crazy, man. Literally, we had carte blanche when I was at Y. So when Monday was the music manager, you'd actually sit with them and compile your own playlist. Because if you love a song, the way you present it, the way you link it, it's a different vibe, as opposed to a song that you don't like, but you're linking for the sake of linking. Yeah. So literally at that time, I had carte blanche. I would play a song for 30 minutes, on repeat, and no one would say anything. That's kind of freedom we had back then,
And then when they started pulling that freedom bit by bit, away from you, from rocking 3 to 6, and then you moved to prime time, 12 to 3. Yeah.
And didn't you take my show?
No. Why not took your show? With Precious Coffee. You called it prime time and then you called it prime mode. You know, how did that change? Because I remember you even had a liner that says Mac G, Unleash, Untamed. I was like, yeah, they trying to tame this nigga, but
Yeah.
we'll put the liners forward. But
Yeah.
how was that for you? The restrictions? Because there was a sense of restriction when you moved to daytime.
The restrictions were there, but at the same time, when you're creative, you move around the restrictions.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So instead of, if someone says you can't say fuck, you come up with another word, okay, bang. You understand what I'm saying? So I just became creative, but in other ways.
Yeah.
And, you know, as much as people will say Take It Douglas or Hometown Glory or whatever song reminds them of me, I was never driven by the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a music DJ. You know, it was just at the time, that song I was fucking loving it. You know, just like now, it could be the new Prince KB song that I'm vibing with, or Drive by Black Coffee.
That's a fire joint.
I love that song, you know what I'm saying? So it was just me being myself at that time.
Yeah.
And it just happened to touch whoever it touched.
I want to rewind a little bit. I remember there was a time where Dinelle just gave birth. And then she had to take time off.
I was actually drinking with her last week.
For real?
Yeah,
Did she pull that back? Like she said. Because you fucked that show up. She gave birth and came back to work. Like, were you even aware of the fact that when you were killing that show that I am fucking this thing up? I want this.
So how I worked, I never did time slots. I just did radio. So you can put me at 3 in the morning, you can put me at 6 p.m. at night. I've literally done every single show at YFM.
Yeah.
Every show I've done, not like as in my show, but I've done stand-ins.
Stand-ins, yeah.
Yeah. So I never really, whenever I put the mic, I was just like, I gotta fuck it up.
Yeah.
So that was my whole mindset. So even when I was standing in for Danelle, I was like, all right, cool, I gotta fuck it up. But even if I'm standing in for you now, I'm gonna fuck it up. You know? But it was crazy because I didn't know at what level I was fucking it up until, because they told me,
dude,
I'm gonna do it for like 2 months or whatever. Within 2 weeks, Dino was back.
2 weeks, I remember 2 weeks. It's when Dino was pregnant with the boy, the first kid.
I'm like, did they even cut the placenta already? You know what I mean?
But did she ever reach out to you while you killing it on the air and saying, yo, Mac G?
Nah. You gotta understand that radio is competitive. It's like soccer, you know? So obviously that competitive nature in you kicks in. And I feel like in hindsight, when I look at it, maybe she felt like, hey, this nigga.
It's too much.
It's too much. I gotta come back.
Mac, you were so hard, bro. I remember, because you used to do 3 to 6, and Sabu would have to come in and do breakfast. It was like, yeah, the toilet, yeah. I stand there, So the prayer was an amazing, because you used to kill it. Done 6 news, Sabu comes through, says, yo, Mac G, let's pray. So the prayer was an amazing moment to say, yo, actually, that was a fire show. Because I don't know what happened to you at 5 o'clock. Every single day at 5, it's like you just kick your blankets and be like, let's go.
Yeah.
With all those cosigns, I'm sure it hit you even when you're chilling by yourself. You're driving a Mini Cooper, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Then I'm hot in these streets, bro.
Yeah. It's funny, man. It's funny, man. I never thought like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. You know, like
the girl love, did that? I'm sure you were rocking the girls prior to.
Standard, you know.
But now with why? The level, because you still called. Apparently, I'm not gonna say you still call. Apparently, you had your share of these famous girls during it. Why? I'm not gonna mention brands, but
I had a lot, man. Fuck, I had a lot, man. Yeah, a lot of these famous chicks actually. It's a lot.
Did you date any of them?
No, I just used to hit and run. I'd never date a hot girl. A
celebrity.
No.
Why not?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm a simple guy, you know, and I like simple things.
Yeah.
And like, as much as I'm in the media or whatever, honestly, like I don't subscribe to all the shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I just like a simple girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be boring for them, you know?
Yeah.
But I can show you a good time for one night.
Yeah. But how many girls were you showing a good time, bro? Because I remember this was a time where you came back to Y as as a ghost where you were not allowed to say your name. You know, and we'll get into that. And at this time, you come in, you had 4 chicks in your freaking Mini Cooper, bro. I'm like, that's cool from the outside, bro. Number one, you in the Mini, you got 4 chicks, all of them are just about you. How are you picking and ensuring that it doesn't taint your brand in any way? Because you're the bad boy at Y, but you never really had all the press picking up on all that shit.
Yeah, the thing is, like, even when you mentioned brand, I didn't think I was a brand. Like, literally, you gotta understand, Sabby, I just liked being on radio, and I was doing what I love. It just happened to be at a huge scale. You know, I could have been working at an office, being a CA, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, and still have 4 chicks in the Mini or whatever. But I never felt like I was a brand or I'm trying to be the next whoever. I never saw myself like that, and maybe that was my downfall, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just literally, I was living every day as it came, doing what I love, getting paid for it. I couldn't ask for more. I never intentionally did something because I wanted recognition or I wanted to get a sponsor. It was just like, ah, cool, this is dope, let's do this, boom, bam. You know what I mean? Let's rock. Okay, cool. All right, I get to a gig, there's 4 girls that want to come home with me. All right, cool, let's come. Get to my place. I'm all right, cool. First come, first serve. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. I make you famous, boy.
You know what I mean? But it was never like, okay, I'm going to do radio so I can be famous and get a TV show, be on a billboard, and fuck chicks.
Yeah. Because you're already smashing.
It just came naturally.
Yeah.
And even if I wasn't fucking chicks or I couldn't afford a Mini or whatever, I'd still be happy because
you're doing what you love.
I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? So it just happened so that people don't understand, but YFM was huge, man. You know, I'm sure it still is. You know? But it was like Black Twitter, you know, when what's that phrase Euphonic likes to say? When YFM sneezed,
everyone caught the flu.
Everyone caught the flu. And when you don't understand that as a young person, it's hard to say, but yo, dude, how was it like? I'm like, yo, but
you were literally living it.
I was just living my life. It's only now when I look back, I'm like, oh shit, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, that was dope. You know?
I don't want to go back. I want to go to that moment you got your first warning at Y. Because
that's so many. Which one was it?
You know, like the first one, because I feel you were the golden child, because every time I chat with my now program manager Tomato, he believed in you so much. He took so many chances on you because he just knew that you were freaking amazing on the radio and everyone loved you. The first time you got a warning, the second time you got a warning, and the moment where Y said sharp. How was that build up?
So the build up was like, so everyone saw the talent, you know, and this is the problem with being talented but not knowing talent without hard work, focus is useless. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not focused, it's pointless.
It's useless, yeah.
And you can have someone who's not talented but they're hardworking and they're focused, and that's why, you know, you get so many people that are talented fall off waywards, you know, because they don't have that know-how or the knowledge to take the talent to the next level. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, fully. You
know what I'm saying? It's like with soccer, you know, like without the discipline, Ronaldo wouldn't be what he is.
It's about the extra percentage and extra work you put in.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of players like Neymar, Nani, who show glimpses of natural talent, but they never take it to the Ronaldo level because they're not disciplined, not focused, and whatever. So that was the case with me. I was talented, and you know, I could do this thing, but I didn't have the discipline. You know? And because I was young, you know, I'm young. No one ever groomed me and told me, okay, this is how you gotta act, blah blah. And you know, my mom is like my best friend, but she doesn't know shit about the industry.
This whole thing.
So I can't rely on her to, you know, guide me. And you know, in the game, everybody's out for themselves. They don't give a fuck.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So with Y, I fucked up a lot of times, but they kept giving me chances. Like, so me going to Y Academy, it was okay. They could see that this guy is talented, but he needs a bit of direction. So let's hoe him into the Y Academy. Perhaps that will
change you up or instill a few,
you know,
lessons you possibly didn't know. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's when that was a warning. So I did Why Can't Me, boom, 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 boom. Then I got another warning, boom, boom. And then the final straw. So people think I got fired because I'm homophobic. That's not the case. It was just that stunt or that time, it was when they were like, okay, enough is enough.
But I remember that moment, right? And because I had just done traffic for you guys. So Bougie, you being, I don't know why, but you can correct me here. It's like every time someone said, don't do it, Mac G, it gave you an erection. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you always wanted to know what would happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the poo-poo clip.
Yeah.
You know, eat that poo-poo.
Eat the poo-poo. Yeah.
And
Wing give me that clip. So,
and at that time, you're the reason why. So at YFM, right? We had access to play clips of YouTube, and after that moment with Mike G, Mike said, "No more." It was a big thing, bro. For 4 or 5 years, we couldn't play audio from YouTube.
I fucked it up for you.
You fucked it up, bro. You fucked it up for us, and you played this clip. Bougie started crying, right? And then Bougie walks out, and you say, "I'll play the rest of the clip when we come back." Now, Facebook was big at that time. There was no Twitter. Facebook goes
no
mad.
Black Twitter was gonna eat me alive.
No, they were gonna eat you alive. Facebook goes mad, lines go crazy, and you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, at that moment, to you, what was running in your mind when your producer at the time is saying, "Don't do this"?
Yeah.
You know, why do it?
I don't know. I think it was maybe the juvenile side of me at the time, but I just felt like, fuck, this is dope radio. You know, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. You know, maybe I could have done things differently, but like I say, like with me, when I come up with something, I just do it. You understand? And then I'll deal with the consequences later. It just so happened that I got fired after that, you know?
Because the crazy thing about that clip, the more everyone thinks about it is, you didn't say any words. It was the actual fact that you played the clip. So what did BCCS say to you that resulted into you being dismissed?
Oh, I don't know, bro, but I think someone complained and YFM had to pay a fine or something. But like I said, that was the last straw for them. Because before that, I had done some other shit. And then this was like, all right, cool. Enough with this guy. We've tried everything, you know, and there's nothing else we can do. So at the time, I'm like, fuck. Nah, they're just gonna, you know, slap me on the wrist or like suspend me for 2 weeks. So I go in there and there was a hearing. And the guy who was chairing the hearing, his name is Zugile. He's still a good friend of mine.
Yeah, Zugile.
Zugile Majo.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, man. They're like, you were negligent, blah blah blah, all these things that I did wrong. So I'm like, cool, let me just say yes. You know, like when your parents are talking to you, you just want to get out of the room. So I'm like, let me just plead guilty to all of them so I can just get out the room, and then they'll give me a fine, boom boom boom, and then I'll be back in 2 weeks or whatever. They're like, we because of 1 2 3, and because you acknowledge that you did wrong, then 1 2 3, you're fired. I still didn't register. I'm like, they just wanna scare me or what?
Shit, bro. I've always said that I've never been in front of the BCCSA. I feel like my career is missing a moment.
You know what I mean? So then I left that hearing. I'm like, they're just scaring me. They're gonna call me tomorrow and say, don't fuck up again, you know? Say last warning, whatever. A week goes by. Okay, this thing is serious. I'm gone. So last chance, I go there. Kenthan Pillay was the CEO at the time. I sit him down. I'm like, yo, dude, you really fired me? He's like, yeah, dog. And that, for me, that's when I literally cried.
Wow.
I cried. I was like, fuck. I cried because I wasn't going to be able to do
what you love on the platform you love.
You know, and all I know is radio. So it's not like I can go back to a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or go back to crazy.
Because now you're a grown boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I literally cried. I was like, fuck. That was, because the last time I cried was when my grandmother passed away. But that day, I cried in the car.
Now, I remember we spoke about this, is that when that moment happened and YFM fired you, you realized so many things about the supposed friends you had, the circle.
No, I've always known that, because you gotta understand, I've been in the industry since I was like 14, 15. I've always known that people are fake.
Yeah.
People in the industry are fake.
But now it's people you had close business with. You know what I mean? You had this condom brand with Mo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did that relationship change? You had Mo, you had Bobstar.
So me and Bobstar are still cool. But me and Mo, we're not that cool anymore. Because I remember he called me after I got fired. He's like, dude, what's wrong with you? How can you fuck up? Blah, 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 blah. And literally, since that day, I've never spoken to Mo unless when I do my birthday parties in November, then I invite him, to come through. But other than that, like, I speak more to you than I do with Mo,
That's
it was
crazy.
it was just a thing of, okay, cool. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think he felt I was a threat.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And he was probably glad that I was gone and I'm not a threat anymore. And I was just genuinely friends with him, But in hindsight, when I look back, if he was really my friend, then, like Bobstar. Bobstar, I was with Bobstar 2 weeks ago. Whether I'm on radio or not, he doesn't care. Whether I'm employed or unemployed, he doesn't give a fuck. And we still kick it.
And I genuinely thought like you and Mo was so tight because from the outside, when you guys you guys even did a show together, bro.
Yeah.
You guys did something which I thought had potential to be fire. It was on Saturdays. You did the show, man. Was it 2 to 6 or 3 to 6?
Yeah.
And you guys used to play your favorite music.
Yeah.
Talk soccer, beer, bitches.
Yeah.
And that was like the ultimate man cave on the radio.
Yeah.
So to hear this is a little bit like, what?
No, I mean, like, listen, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I can work with you, doesn't mean I like you.
Yeah.
You understand? So with Mo,
dang. That's so deep.
With Mo, like,
I'm only learning that now, bro.
A lot of people don't know, but like me and Mo, we're not. He doesn't even know my kid. He doesn't know what my kid.
You are kids?
Yeah.
Man, she's a dad. Congrats. This is neat.
Thanks, bro.
A boy, is it a girl?
That's a boy.
It's a boy.
Yeah. He doesn't even know my son's name. You know what I'm saying? So like, how can you call that your friend?
I'm surprised you got one kid. I'm sorry.
I used to run that dog.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's why the girls' condoms are done.
Yeah, because you just thought. and
I always strapped on, dog. I don't fuck around with that shit. No.
That is a bit deep, though. But do you have any true friend you met in the industry, and to this day you're like, yeah, I'm good at this one.
The only guy I can say is Bobstar. Yeah, because for me, since when I was at Y, not crazy. When I was at Y, I felt whatever. I've always had the same friends, which is my high school friends.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have any industry friends, I'm cool with them, Like I'll say hi if I meet them at events or if we're recording a podcast, whatever. I'm cordial. But I wouldn't say like they're my friends. So the only guy I can say is really my friend in the industry is Bobstar.
It's Bobstar.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Why lets you go? I'm sure you had made good money from DJing. You were rocking, bro.
Yeah.
How were you diversifying your streams of income? There was a rumor that you had a garage at some point. Like, what other forms of business did you have? Yeah,
so what happened is when I left Y, because I was still staying with my mom. Thank goodness, because
you're going to gonna be lit. It's rent cheap, bro.
No, like she protected me from a lot. You understand? Like some nights, like that night you saying when I had 4 girls. Yeah. I'm staying with my mom, so I can't take them to my mom's house. So obviously that protected me from a lot of shit. But if I had my own place,
it's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a mess.
All this time I thought you had your own young place.
Nah, bro, I stayed with my mom. So she said I must save money.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm not really phased about money, and I'm not a materialistic person. I mean,
they used to call you the young mosquito, bro. Because you would. I remember Prospera, you didn't pack. When she came with 1 dickies, his all stars. The twins are like, make G peg. That's whatever.
You get what I'm saying? So my mom said, cause like yes, I'd be gigging, and in one weekend I'd make my whole YFM salary.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do with it, cause I paid off my car. I'm not renting. I don't have a kid. So literally she was like, just save all that money for a rainy day. So I saved that money, and then when I left YFM, I bought a club in Katlehong. Worst decision ever.
Really?
I lost so much money. We were drinking the stock.
But was that your first business?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
It was my first business. Learned a lot. I mean, I'm glad I lost money then than now. You know, when I'm older and I've got more responsibilities. You know, so then it was just lost money, and then after a year, that's when 947 came.
Now, when 947 called, because 947 it was high first year at the time. It's more, it's...
You know, I was the first black person they hired, like when they did the whole rebrand.
Yeah, you're the first guy they called in, and then a lot of them after that. When they called you, it's totally opposite to why, bruh. You know, like, who called? Was it Ravi? Who called?
It was actually Matapelo.
Okay. Yo, shout out to Matapelo. She saved my career, that woman.
Yeah, she saved mine too.
She saved my career.
And then she chucked. And then she left.
Oh, Matapelo. Thank you. Yeah.
No, Matapelo called me up, and then I started on weekends. But what I felt about 947, I felt like when they hired me, they didn't know
what they're gonna do with you.
Yeah, they didn't know who they were hiring, because I was doing weekends with Bridget Masinga, Sunday nights for a few weeks, and then Matapelo left, right?
Jesus, so weird, bro.
Yeah, and then when Matapelo left, they're like, ah, cool. They had they had a party. They had a party at Randlow's. So I'm like, I'm a DJ. They're like, alright, cool, come play. So I played at the party, fucking killed it. And then Ravi's like, alright, listen, I want you to do 94 hits in a row. It's now the block party.
The block party.
Yeah. So I do 94 hits in a row. When I did it, fucking trended. When trending was still a big thing.
Still a big thing, yeah.
Yeah. And
when it was still real trending.
Yeah. And I don't think any 947 DJ at the time had trended. So they're like, wait a minute, why is this guy trending? You know? And people were just excited that, hey, I'm back on radio. Boom, boom, boom. So after that, I think that's when they're like, oh, cool, there's something here. And then that's when I got more shows. So I ended up doing like 7 shows a week.
Damn, bro, you had that it was Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, right? 9 to 12, or was it 10 till 2? 10 to 1.
When I started at
the 947 show,
I used to do midnights, 12 to 3.
Yeah.
And then I'd do block party. And then I'd do Sundays, 6 till 9 p.m., I think. Yeah.
The change, I know that you've never done radio on slots, or you just did radio purely because you love the platform. What changed there?
See, the thing is, I'm a radio broadcaster. So right now, you can ask me to do a talk show, I can do it.
Yeah.
You understand? And you can ask me to do a top 40 show, I can do it. You can ask me to do a current affairs show.
You'll do it.
I'll do it. You can ask me to talk shit. I can do it. So any style of radio I can do. I can fit within that box that you want me to.
Yeah.
You understand? So it was easy for me because people might not understand, but when I was doing all those late night shows, when people weren't listening and they were sleeping, I was honing my skill and practicing and finessing it and making sure that it's proper. So when the chance comes,
you're ready.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I can do a top 40 show, a dance show, any show.
One thing you learned about yourself while you were rocking at 947, what is it?
That I need to be more disciplined, focused, and you know, because before I went to 947, I would just say shit, whatever comes straight to my head. You know, that's why that bougie moment happened, the boo boo moment happened. But when I was there, they taught me to like think before
you rock.
You say something. You know what I'm saying? So I think they brought structure in my delivery and my radio. So what I know about radio, they just structured it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I learned while I was there. Like, okay, cool. It's easy to go in and say, I fuck this bitch, I fuck that, whatever. But how do you say it without saying it? It's harder.
It's harder now.
It's harder to say, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And how the different ways in which you can engage and with your listeners. You know what I mean? Like, it was like going to Harvard and learning about radio. You know? Yeah, I learned a lot. It was amazing. Like, as a radio junkie, as a radio person, I think I'm glad I got fired at YFM because I needed
You needed that to happen for you to learn that about yourself.
Yeah. Because what I know now, I remember I told you, when I was in 947 and we had made up, and I was like, dude, if I go back to why now,
you'd make $1 million in 6 months.
Yeah, I can make $1 million in 3 months from what I know. And if I hadn't gone to 947, I wouldn't know that. They made me understand that it's a business. You know, it's not about you; it's a business.
But now, when for someone listening, and all this tells us, I've realized the real money opportunities. You know, like I've read about how the Jeremy Mansfield made the real money on the radio, the Alex J, what a G, you know, DJ Sabby, and now you're at a point where you're like, damn, actually, like, you look at the log, you look at the brands, you look at the business, now the social media, you're like, I now understand. Because there was a time you came, I think you had done 3 gigs, all your gigs paid you cash. You probably don't remember this. And I was broke as fuck, bro. I didn't even have money for a cab that day.
How the tables have turned.
I'm like, to Mac G, I'm like, how much is that, dog? You know, and you're like, if you ever worry about how much money you see around you or how much money we bring, you'll never make your own. That slapped so hard because like, shit. Actually, maybe I worry so much about other people's shit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I need to focus more. And that's when I remember that week I spoke to Sabby. I'm like, hey, Sabby, how do you guys make money? Sabby's like, it was a food. You know what I mean? Like,
lying.
Yeah, like, it wasn't lying. It was one of those things where the day you realize how to make money off this thing, you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Because you will learn late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But see, the thing is with me, I've never been driven about money, bro.
Yeah.
Like, not for me, I don't want to be a billionaire or a millionaire. I just want, when I wanna buy a clip thrift now. I've got money to buy it.
Yeah.
Boom. I just want to live comfortable. You know, if I want this, I can get it. You know, but I don't want shitload of money. That's it doesn't make me tick. That's not what I wake up in the morning, you know, to do.
As a kid watching this, they would like to do what we do, man. You know what I mean? Like, to this day, when I chat to someone who had what I'm having right now, and to chat to people that have had it and then left, and they still just as excited as you talk about this, man. What would you tell that kid about one day I want to do this thing?
Yo, man, I'm not here to tell any kids to do shit, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, why this thing? Because I still can't explain it. Like, when kids say, yo, Sabby, why are you doing great? I'm like, it just makes me happy.
Dude, it's what I could say is, in whatever it is that you do, just find your happiness, you know? I've got a friend, he works in corporate now, and he hates his 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Complains to me every single day. And he comes to my house and I'm chilling there, unemployed. He's like, hey, my man, I envy your life.
Because you look happy.
You get what I'm saying? So all I can say is, like, no matter what challenges come your way, just follow your passion, right? I know it's cheesy, but literally, like, I've never worked a day in my life because every time I woke up, I was doing what I love, you know? Except a couple of times at 947, I was like, I don't want to do this show.
Bro. Look, I'm not taking anything away from how I felt. Thank you for the time, but there was times I'm like, am I really gonna back announce?
Sometimes it feels like a job, doesn't it?
Because you gotta back announce a song you'd never listen to.
You know what I mean?
You're
like, I'm not here to back announce, dog. I'll do it because I'm a professional.
Yes, but this song, is cock.
You know what I mean?
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's when you gotta be professional.
And that's why I love why. I ain't gonna lie. If a song I don't like, you hear how I say it.
Dude, look at everyone in the industry right now who's popping. They've all been at one.
Yes.
Everyone.
I only say if you didn't start at
Trevor
one.
Noah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
This thing is huge, bro. But this is not a YFM podcast, bro. You know, shout out one time. It's Mike G. Do you want to give out your social media handles?
Yeah.
Even though you're not gonna freaking reply.
Yeah. No, I reply. I just don't post that much, man. It's too much work.
Yeah.
It's too much admin.
That means you got DMs that you never reply to.
Nah, bruh. Okay. I don't have time for DMs.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. It is, what are we calling this? Behind the mic, off air.
Can I use cheesy for my podcast as well?
You can, as long as you pay me rate, bro. Cheesy Edits on Productions. DJ Sabby one time, the best in
When
ever.
you coming on the podcast and chill, bro?
No, man, you just invite me, bro. I'm drama free, bro. You invite me.